You're probably sitting here feeling sorry for yourself, not knowing that being underestimated is actually the greatest advantage that you could get. Welcome back. I'm Minded, here to bring a dose of reality to your delusion. And today I'm going to show you why being underestimated is actually a hidden gem and how to use it to your advantage. Because see, the first thing is when you're underestimated, people don't even see you coming. Not only do people not see you coming, but people don't even think that you're in the car on the way anywhere. People don't even calculate you in the race. You are the element of surprise. And what's great about this is that when you're not expected to do much, there's no pressure. There's less pressure. The only pressure that you have is the pressure that you put on yourself. And when there's less pressure, there's more freedom. You move in silence. You build what you want to build in silence because nobody cares about what you're doing anyways. And honestly, I don't know if maybe it's just me, but when someone doubts me, or when someone underestimates me, or when someone thinks small of me, that just fuels me in a way that I don't know if I would be able to motivate myself in. There's some kind of motivation and fuel that happens when someone else thinks little of you. Like you just want to show, you don't want to show them, but you want to like kind of punch them in the face with the reality of the fact that you clearly don't know who I am. You know what I mean? And all that kind of helps build resilience and grit. And the thing is, like, when you're underestimated like this, you build so much patience and so much like controlled strength. And here's the thing, like if you're someone who's underestimated and you're always trying to show people and tell people, hey, no, I am this, I am that, look at me, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Never try to shout at people what you are. Okay? They should be able to know who you are and what you're about when they see you. Always move in silence. You know how they talk about like money speaks but wealth whispers? I think that's what it is. Money speaks but wealth whispers. No millionaire, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to use this person because I do not like him. Before the orange banana in the White House, right? Elon Musk used to be someone who was pretty, quiet when it comes to certain things. Like I don't think he ever had like commercials for Tesla. I don't think he was someone who was like, you are going to know what I'm about and my worth without me having to tell you. You're going to see what I do, and I'm not going to have to shout on a rooftop to tell you what I'm about. That was before the orange banana in the White House, by the way. I'm not talking about him now. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about moving in silence. And you're also going to be able to master your craft when you're not constantly needing to show people and prove yourself to people all the time because people don't even care what you're doing, literally. You have so much time to sit with yourself and to master what it is that you want to do. It kind of reminds me of when I started to learn to become a data analyst. I didn't tell anybody. I told nobody at all. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell my colleagues. I didn't tell my work. I told nobody. What I did was I signed up for the courses. I took about 6 months to study and do the tests and get the certifications and everything. And then once I got everything done, I was like, okay, either I change jobs completely or I go to the job that I'm at now and be like, hey, I have this now. And if you want me to work with this is what I can provide. This is the salary I want. Like, you know, and I was able to put that on the table. And I was the element of surprise because no one knew and no one thought that I was doing anything like that. And it just so happened that that position was much needed at my office. Had I not worked in silence, maybe, you know, if I was telling everybody that I'm studying to be data analyst now and all this stuff, like someone else could have maybe gotten that idea and went to them, or someone else could have maybe said like, oh, well, you know, we can hire externally for this. But because I came to them with this surprise and on the table, it was more like, okay, wow, I guess we can move forward with this and see what happens. There's a lot of celebrities, historical figures, entrepreneurs that have been underestimated their entire life. I mean, Albert Einstein was told that he wouldn't amount to anything. Literally, look what he did. Like, he changed the world. There's so many artists. Oh my gosh, I think is it Da Vinci? Oh, I forgot what artist it was. One of these famous artists. If it's not Salvador Dali or someone, Jackson Pollock maybe, I don't know. They were constantly told that their art is not good. No one wanted to have it. And then until someone believed in them, and I think they put them in a gallery. And that's when people started to see their art and want to buy it for like high ticket prices. Believe it or not, there's actually spiritual significance to being underestimated. And this is connected to my African heritage. And I'm just going to say that I use a lot of my African heritage because I know it so well. And so many things are pertinent to spirituality when I look at it on a deeper level. But in my tradition, in my, culture, there is the belief that the person that you look down on one day is going to be the person that's going to look down on you another day. So the thing is, like, people always try to avoid, people are people, but people always try to avoid looking down on someone, as in like treating them as smaller or lesser than, underestimating this person, because there is a belief that there is karmic debt when you do that to somebody. When you see someone as less than, or you see someone as, I am better than you, karmically, there's a belief in my culture that before you die and before that person leaves the earth as well, that person will in some situation be above you, and you will be the one that will be put below. So don't worry, you have nothing to prove. It just means that you are meant for something bigger. And I also had this experience when there was a certain job position that I wanted at my office, and I wouldn't get it. I applied 3 times and I didn't get it. I didn't even get to an interview phase. And every time my colleagues were like, what is going on? Like, if there's anyone who's supposed to be in this position, it is you. But at the same time, the higher ups, every time I'd send my application, it's like not even an interview process. It would be like, oh no, thank you, you're a very valuable person, blah, 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 but we don't. Blah, blah. And so I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to apply for this anymore. I wanted it, I don't want it anymore. And I really don't want it anymore. But then something happened a few late years after the last time I applied. That position got a lot of heat and there was a lot of drama. And someone even got fired from that position because of how bad things were. And I, in the end, looked at it as like, wow, God's, someone else's rejection is God's protection, to be honest. Like, when I look back at like what that position held and everything that went on, the drama, I was like, man, I'm so happy that I was not involved and that I was not in that position. And now when I look at what the position is compared to what I work and what position I have, I'm just like, I really don't want that anymore because it's completely unaligned with who I am right now as a person. We're so afraid of people seeing us as less than, when if we just took that fear away and focus on ourselves and what we could do to better ourselves so that in the future we can be role models and help other people in our situation. If we just focused on that, we wouldn't care about how people see us or how people view us. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling at this point. I hope this message finds who it needs to find and that it made sense. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay healthy, wealthy, and blessed, and I will see you next time. Bye.